We live in the rim of an ancient volcano. The old craters filled with deep rainforests and flowing streams. As the sun rises, the morning summer fog blankets the cliff faces and falls into the valley below, announcing the start of the day with the singing birds. The tall mountains catch the summer rain, and the streams flow over the cliff faces and into the deep gorges below. The bright blue streams etch the valleys, the creek beds are lined with boulders and crystals and fresh spring water that holds so much life. Rich volcanic soil and eternal summers mean that food grows all year round. The tropical fruit trees are thick with abundant fruit, and there's always something to eat fresh from the tree. With summer here, the lychee, mango, jackfruit and jambu are almost ready. Last week, a tropical cyclone brought so much rain. The torrential rain comes in outbursts, but the weather has begun to clear, leaving the landscape glowing green with new growth. To celebrate the intense summer rain, we're adventuring up to the top of the mountains where the streams are raging so heavily into the deep rainforest gorge. The early morning mist fills the valley, and everything is so magical up here. The sun has come out and the black cockatoos are just screeching in the trees. It's so beautiful. I could just stand here for hours watching them. They drink from the water in the little knolls in the trees, and they just sit up there drinking water and playing all day. Back down from the waterfall, everything's cleared and the mist is gone, and it's so beautiful. After all the rain, everything's so green and flourishing. It's incredible. I have so many jobs to do today. I'm going to build a gate because... No, don't be mean. Maggie, don't fight. You two. Hey. You two. Stop it. Good girl. Anyway, I need to build a gate so that these guys don't get through because they've been sneaking into the studio and eating all the houseplants. So I'm trying to build that, but I also want to go... You two! Why are you fighting now? I also want to go check on all the tropical fruit trees and maybe plant an avocado tree. Bird, don't chew the camera. Bird! Anyway, goat chaos aside, I'm gonna go build a gate so that these guys don't get into the studio anymore, because they're naughty. So this is the little deck section, and it's really nice, but we don't really access it through this point at the moment because the goats get through, so we added this temporary gate, which is just a pallet that is wired in place, and it makes it really hard, so you have to jump over it. So we want to add a real gate. We think we'll put it here. So I've been sorting through old wood in our secondhand wood pile, and I found this stuff, which is from a deck that our dad built for our neighbour when Julia was a baby, so like 24 years ago. And he milled a tree like just over there and then built this whole deck, and then a few months ago they had a fire on it and it burnt a hole through it. So they gave us the wood, which is cool, and it's a bit charred, but I think it just gives more character to it. And it's going to make a really cute little gate. And then we can make it from completely recycled materials, and I've also got these hinges, which are just in our hinge pile, which we have so many hinges from different doors and gates and anything we can find. So I cut everything and it's all pretty square, kind of, not really, but it'll be fine. And now I'm going to drill in, but it's pretty like thin wood and it's hardwood, and we don't have a drill because we broke it, so I'm just going to hope that it doesn't split, because I can't pre-drill it. It split a bit, but it's okay. So I finished screwing in all the screws and it was so dodgy. It split so many times. It split the whole piece of wood at one point. It's a bit of a mess. You would think after making this many gates that I'd be better at it, but this is probably my worst one yet. We're excited for Audible to sponsor our video this week. We always seem to be busy doing something, whether it's building dodgy gates, or gardening, or painting, or sewing, and it's so cool to be able to listen to inspiring books as we work. Audible has created a destination for complete well-being that delivers inspiration and encouragement for the new year. At audible.com/wellbeing, Audible editors have curated a range of titles featuring experts in a wide range of self-care and self-development categories. There are some really inspiring titles that are so encouraging and relaxing to listen to while working on projects. Renowned music producer and performer Major offers Major Frequency, a revitalizing journey into the healing power of music. Listening opens up a world of opportunities for discovering insights wherever you are. And these titles can give you the confidence and the motivation you need to build the life you deserve. With every month, Audible members get one free audiobook and full access to the Plus catalogue, and they have a 30-day free trial. So visit audible.com/wellbeing to start listening today. With the beautiful sunshine, me and Clover are off to plant an avocado tree. The goats always invite themselves on our adventures, and there's no way you can ever sneak off without 4 bouncing trotters following closely behind.
Some will not find what we have found, a world so profound.
In the heavy rain last night, another tree fell over the road. 3 trees have blocked off the road this week, and it seems like every time we manage to move them, another one falls down.
I believe we drifted apart. Now we're finding our way back to where we want to be.
We live on the lands of the Arakwal and Minjungbal people of the Bundjalung Nation, and these practices of regenerative living, agriculture and permaculture owe their roots and theories to Indigenous knowledge. They have been practiced by Indigenous people around the world for so many years. We acknowledge the traditional owners of the country we live on and recognise their continuing connection to the land and waters. We thank them for protecting this rainforest and its ecosystem since time immemorial. This paddock is full of mangoes, avocados, jambu and starfruit. Our grandfather planted the mango orchard and jambu trees 60 years ago. He also planted some avocado trees and realised that this is the best place for them to grow. Because it's the highest hill on the farm, it gets a good breeze and has bright northeastern sun. After our grandfather's avocado trees fruited so well, our dad was inspired, and before he died, he planted much more. But this is also a sheep paddock, so they managed to knock over all the guards and eat them all. We're always so honoured by the legacy of those before us, who planted trees that nourish us and will continue to nourish others for generations. Their meaningful actions so many years ago continue to hold meaning today, and they live on in the many trees that they planted. So today I'm inspired to plant an avocado in the same spot that our dad did so many years ago. It's obviously a good spot, and if we have better protection against the sheep, wallabies and naughty goats, then I hope for it to grow as tall and strong as our grandfather's tree at the top of the hill.
Open up the doors and let the sun shine in. Feel the breeze from the sea, sing me the trees as they sing. Open up your heart so you can see without your eyes.
It will continue to grow and fruit for the next generations, and we're so proud to continue the family story and plant as many trees as we can for the future.
From these piles
And as I'm planting it, a single black cockatoo flies over and circles us. Our dad always joked that he would come back as a black cockatoo, and they always seem to come screeching over at the most meaningful times.
from these ashes you will rise. I can see it in your eyes. Walk down those stairs and feel the world under your feet. Feel your heart in your chest.
As I wander up the hill, I always think of both our grandfather and father planting trees on this hill so many years ago, and I feel so connected to them.
You watch your step,
We're so excited by all the summer fruit coming.
but there's no need to look down because you're not in danger yet. Now rise from these piles of broken thoughts.
I'm going to pick one of each mango variety to test if they'll ripen yet. We try to pick them as early as we can so that the fruit bats don't find them, but the season is still quite early, so we don't know if they'll be ready yet.
I can see it in your eyes.
Mikey, you wanna come? Let's go home. Go I'm also picking some Namdok Mai mangoes, which are the best for cooking while they're still green.
Run free.
Julia is going to make the yummiest curry from them. But I forgot the mango picker, so a shovel is going to have to do.
Step outside and let it
We made a green mango dal a couple of weeks ago, and someone in the comments suggested we try making this green mango curry, and we're so excited.
teachings within your heart. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. Set yourself free.
Hey moth. Hello.
I remember you dancing around my heart, taking me away. You were always there, tossing me around, teaching me to be. We've been drifting apart now. Now we're finding our way back to where we have to be. We were so sorry, taking it day by day, getting carried away. And they never thought we would succeed. We got all we need. We've been drifting apart now. Now we're finding our way back to where we need to be. Some will not find what we have found, a world so profound. Life seems to be what we choose to see, what we believe. I believe we drifted apart. Now we're finding our way back to where we want to be.
The music in this video is by Land of Trees, a Swedish singer-songwriter. His dreamy indie folk tunes beautifully illustrate the landscape of mountains and pine trees in northern Sweden. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And thanks so much to our patrons who support our tree planting journey.